All right, hello everyone. Yeah, it's been a hot minute. I haven't recorded a video in like a month. Too long. It's been too long. But anyways, hi. Hello. This is probably the first time you actually hear me speak like a human being and not like an autonomic robot, because in a lot of my videos I sound like a robot just reading a script, which to be honest, I am. I was reading a script, but I'll get into that later. So I guess the main update from me, at least, is, well, a girly graduated period. I got my bachelor's degree from my school, and I got it. Actually, I'll let y'all guess. You know what? Let's just make this a little nice little trivia. Y'all guess in the comments what I got my degree in, because I want to see what y'all think of me. But anywho, yeah, graduated from college, whatever. So finally free from the shackles of the education system. But now I am entering the shackles of the corporate world. So fun. Love that for me. But no, in all seriousness, this weekend was so busy. It's probably like the weekend that I think I've been outside like the most in not my entire life, but definitely within recent years. Normally I'm not a person that likes to go outside much, and it's not because I hate people or anything. It's just that I'm very, I'm a very, I guess, introverted person. I guess that's what you would say, where my social battery drains really fast. Like, I can keep up a conversation for a little bit, or I can keep up with a social circle for some time, but it drains fairly fast. So this weekend was especially hard on me because I had to sit at my ceremony for like 4 or 5 hours, and I was already tired and stressed out because I had realized I actually lost my wallet because I accidentally dropped it when I was going into the line for my graduation recession thing. So that was something that happened, but I got that situated already, but that was messy. And then we were just sitting there for hours listening to speeches, and then when it was finally our time to walk, we didn't even go, by department. Everybody just walked up and then just took a photo and then just left. So I was just like, I'm out of here. And apparently the ceremony was still going because then there were fireworks at the end or something crazy. I don't know. But child, I got out of there. I spent some time with my family. And then the next day I went to watch Little Mermaid. So that was basically my life sort of update. But now an update more specific to content creation and what I might do with this channel moving forward. So the first thing I'm going to be very explicit about is I've tried to maintain some sort of an upload schedule. At first I tried to do, try to make it like a once a week thing. Then I tried once every 2 weeks. Then I try to make it like on specific days, so like every Saturday or Sunday or whatever. And from my experience of just doing that, I've sort of realized that upload schedules just aren't a thing for me. Not to say that I could never follow up on it, but I noticed that I always waited until the very last second to do it, not because I didn't want to do it, but because I was always so caught up with other things, like trying to maintain whatever amount of social relationship I could have with people through, internet connections and stuff like that. Or if it was things like school or IRL things, there were a lot of things, and especially around this time because this was my last semester in college, so it was especially hectic for me. And I think it was just difficult to realistically keep up with the schedule. And as people may have noticed, if you look at some of my posts, the things that I mentioned when I delayed videos did actually happen, but it just goes to show that making an upload schedule, at least for my case personally, sorry if you hear the airplane, there's a lot of airplanes in my area, so we pretend we don't hear that. Anywho, yeah, upload schedule's just I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm literally just gonna upload whenever I feel like it or whenever I realistically can. And then I'm not gonna even talk about the video, because this is this weird thing I do where I talk about the video, but then I don't even put it out until a week or 2 weeks later, or many days later. So I'm going to try to withhold myself from saying anything about videos that I make until I've literally finished it and it is uploaded and it is in my inventory to post the next day and I already have it done and ready. Then that's when I will probably say, oh hey guys, there's a video coming out tomorrow, type of thing. So that way, you know, I can still hold myself accountable for making videos, but it doesn't make it to where I end up procrastinating, doing things last second, or like make half-assed videos. Because I've noticed my recent videos are very lackluster in comparison to what I normally made, especially when you compare it to like my lore videos or like my initial analysis and guide videos. It was very lackluster. I personally don't like the quality of them. So I'm gonna try to make sure that there's some level of consistency with the quality of those videos. And then the other thing that I'm debating on is what kind of content I want to keep doing. As people who may have been on the channel for a while now, there's not that many people. It's only like 880. I mean, that's, to me, that's an insane number, but I mean, in comparison to like other people on this platform, it's something crazy. But from my perspective, it being a decent amount of people to where it kind of matters, and I think enough people kind of have eyes on me to where at least one or two people probably pay attention to what the hell I post on this channel, to be so honest. I've done lore, and then I kind of did Spiral Abyss for a little bit, but then I realized that that was kind of oversaturated and I stopped doing that. And then I tried doing my own take on like analysis and like guide videos, because I felt like I had things to share that were similar to others, but then wanted to add other points as well, type of thing. So then I did guide videos, and that's like my most recent format. But right now, I'm gonna be very honest, I've been struggling wanting to continue to do guide videos, and I'm unsure if it's because of the fact that I was just burnt out from Genshin in general. Because to be honest, I never really felt like completely burnt out playing this game. I think I've had a relatively healthy relationship playing the game, and I acknowledge that it was a game that I personally literally just log on, spend my resin, spend my time doing my commissions, and then, you know, just log out and play a different game. I didn't think anything, you know, too abstract. And then every once in a while when like Spiral Abyss renewed, or I wanted to try a new team comp, you know, then I would maybe fiddle around with it for a couple more hours or something, or maybe I'm farming for a new character that I want or whatever type of thing. You already know, just like regular gameplay. So I never felt super burnt out by the game itself, but I started to realize that I kind of felt burnt out on doing like guide content like that. And it's not like it's difficult or anything. To be honest, it's relatively easy. Especially for characters that are getting reruns, there's already a lot of information out there, and you pretty much, if I'm gonna be very honest, you pretty much just have to copy paste and then just kind of put a little spin on it with your own wording, or maybe an extra opinion or two of yours based on your own personal experience in the gameplay. It's nothing really jarring or difficult. But the thing is that that content kind of, I don't want to lie, so I'm just going to be very honest and say that it does get boring relatively quickly when you consistently do it for quite some time. And that's not to say that like it's not important, or like it's nice to have guide videos and stuff, but for me personally, I got really burnt out doing it, and it just felt so repetitive, and it felt like I was kind of just regurgitating stuff that, well, like I had experimented with stuff myself, and like I believed in the stuff that I was saying. It started getting boring really quickly. So that's my main thing. I just feel exhausted from doing just guide videos, and I'll still do them from time to time, but I'm going to only do them for characters that I sincerely like really care about, or I guess characters that I really have an interest in doing them for. Because I was gonna do one on Baiju. I'm really debating still doing one. I don't even really care about his banners not even being up anymore, because I might still do one for him. It's just that I already know some of the discussions that will take place if I make it, especially in his comparison with units like Yao Yao, and I just don't want to have to deal with that ordeal. because in previous guide videos I've had to, I've had to constantly read comments like completely misjudging what I say, or saying stuff that like I literally did not say, or take it out of context. And that's like another thing with guide videos, is that I'm never in the mood. When I'm just gonna be very honest, I'm the type of person that I'm just not in the mood to like having to re-explain myself on things that I make very clear and very blatant in my points. And when people take that stuff out of context, that's when, I can't really do too much about that. So now you must be wondering, well, then what kind of content are you thinking of doing? So I've thought about doing like a math series for a while now. And what I mean by that is literally just a series specifically related just to the math in the game, and specifically regarding things like formulas, terminology, and things like that. I feel like it gets touched on in content, but I noticed that I rarely see, or like it's kind of difficult to find videos, in my perspective as someone who, in the past had sort of an itch to learn theory crafting. There were resources out there for me to read and learn, but there weren't a lot of like video formats or image-based formats to where I could reliably, get that type of information in a way to help me understand that was also well, deeply explained. Because in a lot of that type of content, it gets touched on and it gets explained relatively briefly, but I do notice that it doesn't really go too far in depth to where, most watchers or viewers end up getting lost, because like it's math and like not everyone likes math. But I still think I want to do a series specifically just oriented to Genshin math as well as terminology. So that's one idea. Another idea is mixing up guide content with also just like casual gameplay from Genshin that I do, such as like farming for characters, or just anything casual. I've also thought about just making random stuff of like just funny moments that I have when I play either Genshin or like other games, just from like the Discord calls that I'm in with my friends, because my friends are fucking hilarious. It is so funny talking with them. And so I feel like it'd be really nice to just like post that once in a while, just like have some fun on this channel. But I don't know, the YouTube algorithm would probably hate me for that, because it'd be like, you're making mainly Genshin content, but then there's this random video of Honkai or like Valorant or League or like Roblox or some random shit. But to be honest, I truthfully don't really care. And I wrote all these notes down for myself before I hit record to make this video, so that way I wouldn't forget these talking points. But as I've talked about these things, I think the last thing that I want to mention that I sort of kind of realized is maybe live streaming would be kind of nice for me, because then it would offer me some level of flexibility with what I want to do, to be honest. But I don't know. I don't know. I just thought about live streaming for like a while now, and my only concern with live streaming is just that I don't know. I guess it's just the setup. I think I'm just too lazy to just set up a stream, even though I've done it like many times before when I would just stream for fun on like Twitch or whatever. But I don't know. I've kind of just been too lazy to actually set up a stream or anything to record gameplay. So I don't know. Might be something that I do, especially with like Genshin live streams. I might do that, but otherwise, I don't know. No clue. Okay, I know this video is long, so I'm just gonna cut it here. But yeah, that's basically the update and everything. So whenever I have another video out, I'm not gonna say jack anything about it until literally when I have it done and it's ready to upload the next day type thing. So that way y'all don't sit there and see my post from 7 days ago talking about some video and it ain't posted on my channel yet. Other than that, I don't really have anything else to say. I mainly just need to figure out what I want to make or what I want to continue to make on this channel. That's like my main gripe right now, but I'll figure it out. Anyways, until the next video, bye bye.